So Pokimane amazes me because she seems to have so many bad takes within a span of a week. Like, she will get so much internet backlash for saying the dumbest thing.
Only white people hated it. I didn't want to say it. As a white passing person, I didn't want to say that. The people that I saw with this take the most were white men.
And you would think as a person, you would learn to maybe think differently just a little bit, because if 99% of the world is telling you what you're saying is stupid and it doesn't make any sense, the only common denominator is you. So Pokimane is back at it again, hating on males this time in general, it seems like. First it was the white males that didn't like Kendrick Lamar's performance, like you had to be racist to dislike a Super Bowl performance. But today, her main problem is the fact that streaming seems to be too male dominated. And we're going to be addressing this in today's video because I think there is a bunch of reasons for this. Some might not be obvious and some might be extremely obvious. So let's go ahead and read her latest statement. And the title of this article goes by Pokimane claims streaming is more male dominated with rise of Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. So Pokimane, still the most followed female streamer on Twitch, has claimed that the streaming world has become increasingly male dominated in the past couple of years, pointing to the success of Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. Kai Cenat has quickly risen from a popular but niche streamer in 2021 to a bona fide superstar, striking ad deals with McDonald's and featuring A-list celebrities on his Twitch channel. And IShowSpeed is arguably the most streamer globally right now, traveling the world and attracting massive crowds in every city he visits. So Pokimane was asked about the rise of Kai and Speed and explained that while she loves their content and everything they do, she believes their success is indicative of increasingly male-dominated demographic of viewers. She then goes on to say, quote, "As much as I think Kai and Speed are incredible and what they do is incredible, also when I think of them, I think of how much the audience has changed over the years as well. They're both like two young dudes who do like crazy wild things, and just from a data analytics perspective, I find it really interesting to see who are the top streamers. Their similarities, their differences, especially in terms of audiences. And unfortunately, there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level." Okay, so let's address this. First off, analytically, more and more female viewers are watching Twitch. We are seeing the numbers rise. So I don't know what she means analytically is going on there, but this is where I'm gonna just be straight up with you all. I'm not gonna filter myself. I'm gonna say what we're all thinking, and you know it too. What Pokimane here is doing to me is almost taking away from their success. You can read this in two different ways. You can say that she's basically insinuating that, hey, because there's a large demographic of male viewers, Kai and IShowSpeed have had the success that they've had. Now, is that possible? Absolutely, but we also have to take into consideration that no one else puts as much effort into streaming and content creation as IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat. Name a woman streamer that puts as much effort into her content as much as Kai and IShowSpeed. You can't. So their success has nothing to do with their demographics. The cream of the crop will always rise to the top. That's just how this is. Coming from a victim standpoint and mentality, this is why a lot of female streamers might not succeed, because they're thinking it's more so demographic based, which I actually argue that a lot of the top female streamers we currently see, they blow up for the dumbest fucking reasons. You often see female Twitch streamers like use the hot tub meta. You guys remember when we had the whole hot tub meta to where there was just basically top female streamers, taking their clothes off and getting viewers that way. So what are we talking about here? Meanwhile, you got the male counterparts. We have to work 20 times as hard. We have to actually be talented. Like, none of this is something that I can't just take my clothes off, right? Hop in a hot tub, gain hundreds of thousands of dollars of donations. That's not a meta that's made for men. We have to create some type of content, and this forces us to be creative. Me right now, I have to figure out a way to entertain you all without you even seeing my face. Pokimane, even though she's one of the top female female Twitch streamers of all time, and or the top streamer of all time when it comes to her as a woman, she still doesn't put as much effort in her content, just like Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. Let's be real. So she's the example. Like, you guys don't try. Why are you upset and competing in a competitive field and shocked that things aren't going your way? You better go out there and make some content. Shit. Simple fix. I just fixed the problem for you. Make some good content. Go out there, outwork IShowSpeed. Pokimane has connections. She could get some celebrities on her stream. I am positive she could. But does she want to? No, that's too much work. But let's go ahead and continue reading this article. Pokimane then goes on to say, nowadays the audience, like, in a way, gone more to being a lot of like younger dudes, which is amazing. But I remember during 2020, I felt a much larger female presence, both in audience and in regards to the streamers we were seeing growing and becoming more popular. Who you see at the top can also a lot of time reflect the viewers. And then the interviewer then goes on to ask her if she believes the internet in general is more male dominated now. She said streaming certainly is. Pokimane explained the streaming landscape, let's say 7 years ago, very male dominated. It was the most even during 2020, and since then it's gone back to being more male dominated. And once again, all of what she's saying is being contradicted by the facts and reality of things. When I showed you all the data previously, we already know that, hey, more and more women are watching Twitch streams. Now, the reality is, are more women supporting other female content creators? Now, that's an interesting debate and or discussion, because the reasoning, I believe, more female subscribers and or Twitch viewers might support males more often than not is going to be due to the niches that a lot of female streamers are entering in. No other woman wants to watch another woman in a hot tub, which is once again the main meta that a lot of these top female streamers go for. They go for the sexualized route versus actually producing good, entertaining content. So who do you think is going to be watching this? Majority males. So what's going on here? A great balance of attracting both sides of the gender spectrum, because we've got two genders now in 2025. There's only male or female. Haha. How you attract that side is to stop sexualizing yourself so much. Don't get me wrong, you can show a little bit of cleavage, you can look attractive, but regardless, Pokimane, you don't put much effort into your content at all. You blew up during the right time. You were one of the very few women that didn't sexualize themselves too much. And there's been plenty of instances where you disrespected your fans, and the reality of it is you don't work as hard as Kai Cenat or IShowSpeed, nor does really any of your other counterparts, besides maybe like Iron Mouse, prime example, I think works really hard with her condition. If you want to be competitive, then you gotta compete. It's just that simple. All this crying, all this blaming the demographics and blaming men again, just relax and produce some good content. Problem solved. I just solved this problem for you. You didn't have to pay me. Other than that, let me know what y'all think about this whole thing down in the comment section below. If you made it this far, rewatch the video and join the Discord. Love you all. Peace.